Hello, welcome to Community Viewpoint. I'm your host for this segment, Maria Guerra. And once again, we are joining you with Zoom. And I have the pleasure of having once again the awesome, the wonderful Leanne Luna from Nye Communities Coalition. Thank you for joining us, Leanne, and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So today we're going to talk about some pretty serious stuff. In the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about some pretty serious stuff on the show, but it's all stuff that focuses on healthier communities and healthier families and healthier people. So tell me, let's just get right into it. Tell me about your grant and what's going on.
Here at Nye Communities Coalition, I've been on the Mental Health Awareness Training Grant, which is a SAMHSA grant that helps us provide mental health awareness training to the rural areas, so specifically in the rural areas. And so this year is the last year this grant's going to be here, and we provide free trainings for mental health awareness. The next one we have is Youth Mental Health First Aid. It's on March 26th. I can share with you the flyer if you'd like.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay, so we'll share the flyer.
Awesome.
So this is a free training. It's 8 hours. It's in person. We do make COVID prevention. We have we disinfect the room, and we have social distancing, and we require masks, and we go through a whole segment of preventing the virus. But it is 8 hours in person, and so you're there from 8 to 5, and lunch is on your own. And it is at Nye Communities Coalition in room probably 32. And what it does, this particular training teaches you how to discern between what might be normal adolescent development and what might be an adolescent going into crisis. So this is what we've been training here at ICC for the last couple of years. And my grant, MHAT, Mental Health Awareness Training, is going to be ending this year. So we don't know how long after that we can offer these trainings for free. So as these trainings come up, it's important for anybody in the community to take advantage of them.
Okay, that was one of the questions I was going to ask was how much does the training cost? And it's for free, which is, I mean, that right there, these trainings, they do cost money to put on, and the curriculum costs money. And so for the grant, it's super important in the community. So anybody that wants to take advantage of this, I really encourage you to do it. And then also, if you've missed any part of this or didn't see that flyer, can they go to the nycc.org website and also access more information?
It's in this particular flyer is in our newsletter. So you can pick it up there. You can call me. My number is 775-77-9970, extension 204. Or my email is leanne@nycc.org. So we really encourage anybody to come, anybody who has contact with children. And we'll be opening up the marketing to parents of children in middle and high school this year too. We want as many people on the ground trained to catch these children who may be in crisis. And
we heard.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say we heard a lot of scary statistics last couple shows, and if somebody missed that, you can go on YouTube and find those previous shows. But we heard a lot of scary things about what happens if there's no intervention for kids in crisis, and it's not good. And so if we can get more and more of the community members who are in contact with these youth to do these trainings, I mean, how wonderful that you guys are offering this. I think it's really important, and I really, really commend you on all your efforts. I know that you have worked so hard all these years at just really, really trying to get information that is important and that makes a healthier community. And this is definitely one of those. Is there other, right now you're focusing on the youth mental health first aid. Is there other trainings too with adults, or are they separate, or is it the same training?
There is a separate training. The youth mental health first aid. The other point that I'd like to make is when we do have a crisis in the community, whether it's a mental health crisis or maybe a suicide, there is a lot of outcry as to, what are we doing about it? And this grant that I'm working, the mental health awareness training grant, in cooperation with Sheriff Worley, we've trained law enforcement to have an approach to mental health crisis. And the goal of this grant and this training is to put as many people on the ground inside and outside of law enforcement that know how to approach a crisis. So the second training I have is Safe Talk training. And that's an actual training that addresses suicide directly. And it's a 4-hour training, and you learn an approach to approach somebody who might be in a mental health crisis considering suicide. And that is Tuesday, March 16th, between 8 and 12 here on the NICC campus also. And the contact information is the same. This flyer is also in our newsletter. You can pick it up there, or you can contact me at leanne@nicc.org or 775-727-9970 extension 204.
I was wondering, so these trainings are so important, and if somebody couldn't make it because they're working or because it's a weekday, is the training extended to virtual training at all, any of this? Or I know these are important to be in person. I actually have taken these trainings in the past, and it's very impactful. It's pretty emotional, and I feel like it's very important to be in person. I'm just wondering if for some reason is it going to be offered virtually, as so much is going virtual?
There are options for virtual. We're not completely there yet. We want to make sure that we're offering a product that the community has a lot of confidence in. And so we want to make sure when you come that you are taken care of as far as COVID prevention is concerned. And we will be coming out with those virtuals as we get more and more familiar with them. And as we're sure that the product is something that is easily consumed by the community.
Yeah, I can see that these trainings, having taken them, it's been a few years, but I think it is important to do it in person. I just wanted to ask that because I know that some of the audience might have that. They might have that question because so much is going virtual. I mean, even here at Community Viewpoint and over at NICC, we're still getting used to this virtualness. And if anybody knows me, they know that I'm a very hello, I want to be there. So I really miss everybody at the studio. And I miss being in person at meetings with NICC and the community. And so, but I know that there will be a lot of questions on this training.
The good thing is you have the boss. So I'm the boss. And if you have a group of 8 or more, I will come to your work area, put it on for you.
Oh, that's fantastic. So any employers out there, maybe centers that deal with children, other places, maybe there's a youth group or something in a faith-based organization. If you have a group of these kids around, and you never know what a kid's going to be going through. So what a fantastic offer. I mean, that's great. So if you out there, if any of you viewers know anybody who works with kids, have a business, have an organization, have a youth group, anything, get a hold of Leanne, because what a tremendous offer. And it doesn't really take much to get 8 people together, especially now when we all want to be together again.
With Safe Talk, it's 16 and older. So you can do that. And then it's 18 and older with mental health first aid. So even if part of
to take the training,
for participants to take the training. So even if part of your group are the young people, if they are responsible young people that can spend 8 hours on a difficult topic, without having
Okay.
difficult emotions. A lot of people have a
Okay.
hard time talking about suicide. If you've had suicide close to you, many times it's difficult to go through a class like this, and some people don't
Yeah.
see it coming. So make sure that if you're looking at a group, that you have people who are able to do a difficult topic for an extended period of time. But absolutely, anybody who's, or even if you've got a partial group, I will work with you on the timing of the class. So if you
Okay.
have
Maybe get two groups together.
exactly.
Okay.
So
Partnership.
I'll work with any schedule you have for this last year. I want to get it out as much as possible. So you got the boss
Thank you.
in your pocket.
Thank you so much. And you heard it here on Community Viewpoint. I think we're almost to the close. Oh, Leanne, it's been wonderful. Oh, we still have 2 minutes. Oh, great. Because I just have one more question.
Okay.
So I just wanted to clarify for the viewers, you said 16 and over, but mainly that's people taking the class. But if they're around children, maybe if their youth group is, if the children that they're supervising are maybe 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 to 16.
Sure.
If you're only as a participant to the class, not the children that you're supervising.
Exactly. So if you are dealing with children who are in puberty or middle school to high school, it's very important to take the class to learn what the differences are between normal adolescence and what might be behavior that might be a mental health crisis.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's wonderful you're offering that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on, Leanne, and I really hope that everybody in the community jumps on board and meet this wonderful lady, because we have had the pleasure of having her on several times, and you're just going to be really glad that you took this training, because it does make a difference, and what you're doing makes a difference, and we really appreciate you in this community, and I appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope that everybody has a safe and wonderful weekend. And you too, Leanne. And just get them all trained. Get everybody trained.
That's right.
And everybody is really good at sticking together in this community. Thank you so much, everybody. And I'll let Leanne say goodnight.